Welcome, race fans. Tonight, Top Fuel Racing Indy Series takes two California Auto Club for 125 laps in the Carmichael's Plumbing California 250. A pretty decent sized field here tonight as the guys are out here practicing now, getting ready for the race here as it's getting ready to start here in about 8.5 minutes. But thanks a lot for joining us here on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in to MaxSpeedTV tonight. All right, a little less than a minute and a half away here, folks, till we're ready to start qualifying. Again, thank you for joining us here tonight for Top Fuel Racing's Carmichael Plumbing California 250 at Auto Club, California. 2-mile facility around here. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up practice here. We're going to move on to qualifying. But first, we're going to step away here and play our national anthem to get things kicked off, and we will be right back.
Guys.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, we're back, and times are coming in. William Kirk was fastest in practice, and he's not disappointing here so far. That pop. That's, wow. Okay, anyhow. Fastest in practice and also in practice in qualifying, so pretty cool. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, folks, for the SMR Winter Xfinity Series. We'll be live on the iRacing portal. Tomorrow night, tune in about 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be live up there. They'll be continuing on after their little hiatus there of over the holidays, Christmas and New Year's. So we'll be welcoming them welcoming them back to the iRacing portal tomorrow night. So tune in for that, folks. Nathan Sylvia coming in on the top spot now, taking that away from William Kirk. Mark McFadden third, Wally Turheimer fourth, Paul Cohen fifth, and Kevin O'Brien sixth. And we've still got a couple of guys that I have not seen out there qualifying. Ray Kingsbury. I did not see Scott Brinson qualifying. Hopefully Mrs. Brinson is tuning in tonight. Always great to see her in chat rooting her son Scott on. There we go. Now we're seeing some times coming in. Scott coming in sixth. Ray coming in fifth. Joe Hassert coming in fifth place. Man, times are changing here. Anthony Kernich taking the pole away from Nathan Sylvia. Now Scott Brinson comes in second. Just 36 one-thousandths of a second behind him. If you're tuning in here for the first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button before you get out of here tonight. We appreciate all of you subscribers. That way it kind of gives you a notice when I do go live, as we do broadcast 6 nights a week right now. Trying to get it down to 5, but I was at 7, worked it down to 6. Now I'm trying to get down to 5. Just a bit too much, overwhelming. And another pole setter, Anthony Lurcock. So we're going to have the front row with the two Anthonys up there. Anthony Kernich as well. Ray and Matt Kingsbury in the second row. Scott Brinson, Joe Hassert in the third row. And folks, don't forget to check us out tomorrow night on the live iRacing portal. When you log into iRacing, there'll be a yellow stripe across the top showing SMRL. Southern Motorsports Racing League will be live up there at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. And we only have 13 qualifiers, but we've got about 18 drivers, 17 or 18, I think 17. I believe James Lehman is the admin in here, and of course I'm the broadcaster, so we won't be in the race. So I think we're going to have 17 drivers. Now they do get one reset here tonight. Only one mistake can be made in 125 laps. You don't want to use it too early. This is race number 2 of the brand new season here at Top Fuel Racing. Last week they started out at Homestead. Great race there, and turned out to be a pretty good race. They started out where they left off last season. They left off at Homestead, and this season they started out at Homestead. All right, that looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying. Move on down here to the qualifying order, run down through and make sure we got everybody accounted for. Starting on the pole, Anthony Lurcock with a 31.656. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Anthony Kernich in second. Ray Kingsbury starting third. Matt Kingsbury fourth. Scott Brinson starting 5th, Joe Hassert 6th, Nathan Sylvia 7th, William Kirk 8th, Mark McFadden 9th, Wally Turheimer 10th, Eric Steinmetz starting 11th, Paul Cohen 12th, Kevin O'Brien starting 13th, the last of the qualifiers, Travis Browder, first one to not qualify, starting 14th, Tyler Stanley 15th, and Chris Mulhall 18th. Looks like that'll... Chris Voiles, rounding out the field in 19th. Again, there's a couple of us that are in there that are not, we are just admins. Myself and James Lehman, I believe. All right, they're rolling off the grid. Excuse me 1 second, I forgot to do something. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Ready for the duration here. 125 laps tonight. Looking at these guys, and I'm sure they're going to put on a good show as they do every week. Big shout out to their sponsor here tonight, Carmichael's Plumbing. All right, folks, here we go. Pace cars in. Lurcock on the throttle right away. And green, green, green. Pernich now trying to hold off a couple of hard chargers back here. Ray Kingsbury, Matt Kingsbury. And Scott Brinson already into the 5th place. Took a look there for a second on the inside of Matt Kingsbury, but it wasn't going to happen just yet. He's being patient. Ooh, Ray Kingsbury up the hill, a long shot right there. Looking for the lead. Anthony Kernich does take over the lead from Anthony Lurcock. Lurcock did lead the very first lap of the race now. Ray Kingsbury now drives it to the bottom and takes over second. Lurcock back to third. Nathan Sylvia, 5th place. William Kirk in 6th. There's a couple of drivers I think did not start the race. Tyler Stanley and Joe Hassert. I do not see them on the track at. Oh, there's Joe Hassert. For some reason, he's not showing up on my grid here, so there he is, 6th place, running in 6th. And for the lead, Ray Kingsbury. Didn't even let Anthony Kernich lead a lap. Hey Shane, how you doing? Kernich back to 2nd. Matt Kingsbury in 3rd as he got around Lurcock too. Oh, we got somebody in the grass there. Try to catch up with them. I'm not sure who that was. I think that was Joe Hassert, I think. No, maybe not. I don't know. Somebody was off in the grass there. Chris Mohall, that's who it was. He's okay and gets it back up to speed, though. He'll fall to the tail end of the field. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Ray Kingsbury's got the pedal to the metal, folks. He has pulled away from Anthony Kernich. Anthony and Matt Kingsbury, they need to get together here and start doing what I call the swap draft, because that's what they're going to need to do to reel in 1st place Ray Kingsbury. Scott Brinson falls all the way back to 7th now. As he pulls up on Nathan Sylvia, drops it to the bottom. Car's starting to get spread out a little bit around the track. On the outside, Eric Steinmetz getting a great run. Eric had a great run last week there at, he just stayed with it, stayed on top of everything, and pulled out a great win. I did not pull up the points to see where the points shook out last week, but we'll get them next week. Wally Turheimer, 9th place. Don't count Wally out. He's a hard charger, and he knows when it's time to get up to the front. Mark McFadden, one of the IndyCar experts, as I call him. This guy really has a lot of expertise in this car. He is really, really excellent on road courses with this car, and that's amazing, because this car is a handful on road courses. Kevin O'Brien, our Aussie buddy, up to 11th. Travis Browder in 12th. Chris Voiles back in 13th. These guys kind of shaking loose of the draft up from that front group. Paul Cohen in 14th. And an interesting Red Bull color scheme. Black and white. Kind of cool looking though. And Chris Mohall now goes a couple of laps down. Looks like he did make a pit stop. Did not like that set of tires or whatever. I'm going to update Trading Paints just for the heck of it one more time here to make sure I did get Everybody's trading paint. Back up front, Ray Kingsbury now with a 1.5 second lead over Anthony Kernich. And Kernich has finally shook Matt Kingsbury. He's almost a full second ahead of Matt now. William Kirk goes into fourth place as he got around Anthony Lurcock. Lurcock trying to reel him back in, just a half a second. Oh, Joe Hassert gets around. I did not see that. Joe Hassert actually moves ahead of Lurcock now. But with Joe up there with him not showing up on my relative here, it kind of messes me up a little bit. But actually, Lurcock is running in sixth. But I apologize for that. That's maybe Joe showed up at the last minute or whatever. I'm not really sure. Anthony Kernich, you can see up ahead, the leader, Ray Kingsbury, quite a ways ahead of him. That's what 2 seconds looks like, folks. 2 seconds in a car this fast is an eternity. How do you make up that ground without a little bit of drafting help? Looking back to third place, Matt Kingsbury. And then looking from him back to William Kirk. William Kirk not that far behind Matt. You can hear the cars slipping just a little. Coming off of turn 4 down the front stretch. Into turn 1, wide open. These cars really hold the track well, but you do have to lift. We can ride along here. How about we ride along with William Kirk? That's a good representative of a ride along here. And you can hear him lift off the gas just a little bit in the corners. The key here is look at that speed, 235 miles an hour going into turn 1. Two-mile oval here at Auto Club, kind of a sister track to Michigan, but laid out just a little bit of a different. It's a D shape, but banking in the turns are a little different. It's a little flatter than Michigan. But speeds here are just about almost identical to Michigan. This is a very, very wide facility. And there you go, William Kirk going back as Joe Hassert goes into fourth, and William Kirk will go back to fifth. Oh, William dives it out. Back to the bottom, back around Joe Hassert. Those two could be doing a little bit of swap drafting here to try to reel in that front group. Joe is no stranger to doing that. He knows how to do it and do it well. You got to get a teammate out there that's willing to work with you like that and swap it up every turn. You got to swap that up, and you'll maintain that speed and gain on the leaders. So that could possibly work for them. Eric Steinmetz goes back to 8th place. Wally Turheimer in 9th. Travis Browder getting around Mark McFadden and going into the top 10. Kevin O'Brien back here 12th place. Still trying to find oh, there he is. Scott Brinson. Okay, there he is. 6th place, actually 7th. He did get around Anthony Lurcock. Now Lurcock trying to deal with Steinmetz. Steinmetz picking up some serious time here. He's all over the back of Lurcock, using that draft to his advantage. That's allowing Wally Turheimer to close that gap up as well, as now he is in the 9th place. Looks like Chris Mulhall on pit road. Who is that slowing? That would be Chris Voiles slowing. Chris Voiles having some issues here. Not a good time to have issues this early in the race. I think he may have got it fixed, whatever was wrong, but the Budweiser car running about 6 laps down, folks. Not good. That's not usually Chris Voiles runs. Chris is usually up in the top 10 easily. But it looks like he may be having some problems. Paul Cohen goes back to 13th place, last one on the lead lap, now running 16.7 seconds behind the leader. Well, folks, get your friends and family over here and have them tune in here to MaxSpeedTV. If not tonight, have them tune in tomorrow night. We'll be live on the iRacing Live portal at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. So have them tune in and watch that race. Or you can have them tune in right here on MaxSpeedTV YouTube. Or you can go to MaxSpeedTV.com and watch it right there on our website. Make sure you go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV for all the latest news and everything that's happening at MaxSpeedTV. Tells you a lot about our broadcasts and all the races that we do broadcast. I actually put the link up there where you can tune in there and watch them later on if you want to. But please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I know my son's listening, so he better subscribe. I don't think he's subscribed yet. Matt Kingsbury back in 3rd. Nathan Sylvia 4th. William Kirk right on his tail. And Scott Brinson reeling those two up. He wants to get into the battle here. Down the backstretch. Trying to use every bit of drafting knowledge that he can. Well, Chris, would you like to join me in the booth? Are you still in the server? You could join me in the booth. I always enjoy having you in the booth with me. I don't even see you in TeamSpeak now. Must have left. Well, I was going to have you come up into the booth with me there, Chris. Well, starting park's not really that bad of a thing. Anthony Kernich does go back into 2nd place. And he is starting to close that gap on Ray Kingsbury, now down to 2 seconds. And coming. Matt Kingsbury, quite a ways back, 4.2 seconds. Scott Brinson now goes into 4th. He got around William Kirk and Nathan Sylvia. Managing your tires here is a must. If you're going to do anything out there on the track to try to reel in these leaders, you've got to take care of them tires no matter what. And it's all about the line here, folks. because, you know, they're already past the stage where the tires are falling off. So now it's just a matter of managing your throttle. You know, hitting your throttle points, and there's no brake. You don't want to even touch the brake. But managing your throttle points, hitting your marks, and that's the key here to running that good and that strong. Scott's already 8.5 seconds behind the leader. William Kirk not far behind him. Eric Steinmetz in 6th, picks up a couple of spots. As Chris Mulhall took his car behind the wall, start and park tonight, we've still got Nathan Sylvia on pit road. Looks like first pit stop for Nathan. And he may have got a speeding penalty or something happened there. I'm not really too sure. Lengthily stay on pit road, but he's finally away. I think there might have been a speeding penalty in that. Ray Kingsbury still out front by 1.8 seconds. So Anthony Kernich is closing, folks. He's chopping down about a tenth a lap here. Back at the tail end of the field, Paul Cohen now goes into 12th. Make that 11th as William Kirk comes down pit road. He comes into his pit stall. There'll be a 4-tire change and a full tank of fuel. And he's away. And Ray Kingsbury breaking off, and he's coming to pit road, folks. And a lot of people joining him. Anthony Kernich, Matt Kingsbury. These guys coming in together. Mark McFadden already on pit road. Okay, Chris. Well, appreciate it, buddy. But yeah, it would have been great to have you in the booth with me. All right, back up. Anthony Kernich happened to back up in the pit stall. Ray Kingsbury away already. But Kernich still sitting there. Now he's away. And it looks like Matt Kingsbury may have got out ahead of him. Well, our brand new leader, Eric Steinmetz, out front, has yet to come to pit road. We've got the front 5 have yet to come to pit road. Anthony Lurcock, Wally Turheimer, Travis Browder, and Kevin O'Brien. Still waiting for them to come to pit road. And it looks like Eric Steinmetz will come to pit road after he did collect a bonus point for leading a lap. Yes, you do. It would be great to have you back in here with me once in a while, buddy. Oh, and has to back up in the pit stall. Eric Steinmetz. That's never a good thing when you overshoot your pit stall. Lurcock coming to his pit stall, blinking like crazy. Steinmetz is away. Off of pit road, and that'll round out his pit stop. It looks like everybody has made their first pit stop of the race. We've been caution free the whole way, and Ray Kingsbury does come back out on top with a 4.1 second lead over his brother, Matt Kingsbury. We've had 3 leaders out there today that have collected bonus points. This being a brand new season here, second race of the new season here at Top Fuel. Anthony Kernich will come out 3rd, and he is trying to close that gap on Matt Kingsbury. Scott Brinson 4th. Last season's champion right there, Scott Brinson, folks. Won the championship last season. And what a fantastic season that was. Very, very good racing. They only had one bad race. All the other races were absolutely amazing. William Kirk in fourth. He's trying to reel in his buddy there, Scott Brinson. Them two could do the old swap draft and pick up a lot of time out there on the track if they could just get close to one another and start working together. I don't know if one of them's listening or not, but you guys need to convey that message to each other. Anthony Lurcock now 17 seconds back. Wally Turheimer in 6th, Mark McFadden 7th, Eric Steinmetz back to 8th after late race pit there, but he did lead 2 laps, collecting bonus points. Kevin O'Brien 9th, Paul Cohen in 10th, the last one on the lead lap. From there on back, we've got a couple that are a lap down. Anthony Kernich, Nathan Sylvia, and Chris Voiles. Chris Voiles having something happen there at the beginning of the race, and he's way back. And we have another one that has retired from the race, Travis Browder. I'm trying to find out if Joe Hassert. Yeah, Joe's still out here running. And he's running in 3rd position, folks. The Verizon car. I know it doesn't show the right position or anything because I think he came in late, so. .3 seconds separating the two Kingsbury brothers. And we have been caution free the whole way, folks. 41 laps about to be in the books. We're not that far from halfway. You probably see some guys come down pit road here, probably just a little past the halfway mark. And then they'll only have one more pit stop to go to finish the race out if it stays green. And like I said, it's all about managing your tires. Just hold on to them tires as long as you possibly can. Don't push them corners so hard that you wear them out. Brinson, 3rd. Hitting about 228 on the back stretch, but I think the front stretch they do hit a little bit more speed. It's a bigger long pull around that front stretch. Yeah, should hit about 234 or 5. He's not getting the speed though. So look at Ray Kingsbury here for a minute. Let's see what kind of speeds he's hitting at the end of the front stretch. 231, and that's without draft. Now, if we can find somebody that could be using that draft, we may see some speeds reaching up there a lot higher. But I don't really see anybody that close to each other. Everybody is pretty much spread out around the track right now. Paul Cohen breaking the top 10 here today. Last one on the lead lap, but he's got the leader right behind him. And he's about to go a lap down. And don't think Ray won't put him a lap down because that's what he does. And there he goes. Driving right around Paul Cohen like a boss, I'm telling you. Ray probably I'm going to have to say, probably one of the best IndyCar racers in iRacing that I know. I'm not saying that there's not some better. I'm saying that he's probably the best one that I know. Him and Mark McFadden they're on a level all their own. Mark McFadden starting to reel his way to the front. He's now in 7th place. But I wouldn't count him out yet, because if a caution comes out, you'll see him here the latter part of the race a little closer to the front. He knows when it's time to go. Another one to watch out for, Wally Turheimer. Wally, probably one of the most improved drivers of 2015 that I know. I've never seen a guy that has come so far as Wally has. In 2014, Wally was like me, a so-so driver. 2015, he's right up there with the Kingsbury guys and Mark McFadden. He has come a long ways. Like I said, one of the most improved drivers. Eric Steinmetz still hanging on to 8th, but he's got a closing Kevin O'Brien, and Kevin's about to go a lap down, and he does. He's trying to fight back, but Ray Kingsbury, too strong on that low side, is going to put Kevin O'Brien a lap down. Now Kevin trying to stay right there. He would actually be the wave by. If a caution would come out right now, he would get the wave by. He's running a little bit different line than Ray, and that could be why he's maybe not quite as strong. I don't know. Matt Kingsbury now 5 seconds behind his brother, back in 2nd place. I believe Joe Hassert is in, yes, he is in 3rd. And then that would put Scott Brinson in 4th. The guy that's led the most laps so far tonight, Ray Kingsbury, with 45 laps, folks. We'll make that 46, thank you. Matt Kingsbury, 2nd place, even drifting further back down to 5.3 seconds. Eric Steinmetz, the next one to go a lap down, running in 8th place. Let's see if we can look back and see where our leader is. Our leader's quite a little ways behind him, but their lap times have slowed a lot now that the tires are starting to fall off a little bit. We'll probably start seeing pit stops here in about the next 10 laps. We'll start seeing some of the guys that pitted a little bit early. We'll see them come down pit road here about the next 10 laps. And then that'll make them, put them right in the window of one more lap or one more pit stop, excuse me, to complete this race. So that's pretty good. Pretty good pit stops. 3 pit stops here for the race. Oh, Eric Steinmetz. What happened to him? The heck happened to him? He just blinked out. Oh no, don't tell me he fell through. Oh no. That's not good. You see if he did, folks. No? Not yet, maybe. I would say he's probably about to. Well, that put Kevin O'Brien up to the 8th place now. Anthony Kernich, 9th. Remember, Anthony Kernich started on the outside of the front row with Anthony Lurcock. Now, Lurcock is running in 5th place. Wally Turheimer 6th. And our leader does go around Anthony Kernich and puts Anthony Kernich a lap down. Only 7 cars remaining on the lead lap at the moment here, folks. I believe that's 8 actually, because the way Joe Hassert is actually in 3rd. And I know I haven't been giving him a whole lot of camera time because this has got it kind of wigged out here a little bit, but he's doing really well here. Joe Hassert, another one to keep your eye on. He's no stranger to victory lane. Next one back of him would be Scott Brinson, would be running in actually in 4th. And he is trying to close that gap on Joe Hassert. William Kirk's been hanging right there with Scott Brinson, but they still have not gotten hooked up. We're about 4 laps away, folks, from being at the halfway mark already. So been a quick race for these guys already. We're only about 30 minutes into the race, and they've already turned half of this race. No cautions. And I believe Steinmetz may be out of the race, folks. Interesting. Still trying. Yes, he did receive a throughput, but he is reconnecting. So look for Eric Steinmetz to be back in this before it's all said and done. We have this from time to time, folks. Those of you that have computers know it happens from time to time. And it's sad in a way that, you know, we have them issues. But that's the internet for you. You just got to live it, you know. And I know it's really disheartening for Eric. He was, you know, running so well. But it happens to the best of us. I got to say that. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, Eric Steinmetz coming back off the pit road now. And he's about to lose that position, I believe, here, as Chris Voiles is coming around. And him and Chris will be fighting for that 12th position. They're both on the same lap, 8 laps down. Back up front, Matt Kingsbury now 6.7 seconds behind his brother. Scott Brinson goes into 3rd, folks. William Kirk will be 4th. Anthony Lurcock 5th. Looks like Hassert just coming off pit road, so he's made his 2nd pit stop of the night. Lurcock. Now in 3rd as Scott Brinson comes to pit road. And so does William Kirk, them two pitting together. They could be teammates before this is all said and done. Four fresh feel goods on there and a full tank of fuel, enough to get them another 30 laps or so, and make one more pit stop, and this race will be over, folks. We are a tick past halfway, still waiting to see when our leader, Ray Kingsbury, is going to come to pit road, and it looks like he's coming in now. Giving that lead up to Anthony Lurcock. Anthony's quite a ways back, but it won't be long here. He'll be getting by. Hey, Andrew. All right. He jacks it up, takes 4 tires and full of fuel. And he's away. Quick pit stop. 9 seconds flat, folks. That so far, I believe, well, no, that ain't been the fastest pit time of the night. I believe Mark McFadden's got that with Scott Brinson with an 8.8 second. Very fast pit stop for Scott Brinson. Lurcock is our leader, and he should be coming to pit road here before too much longer. That puts Ray Kingsbury second, Kevin O'Brien in third, Paul Cohen in fourth, and Paul's coming to pit road. Matt Kingsbury fifth. As he goes by to take the 4th place. Scott Brinson now gets back on the lead lap. And he'll be close to the tail end of the lead lap. Anthony Kernich coming to pit road. That'll give the lead back up to Ray Kingsbury. I know the ticker hasn't updated yet, but it will here in just a minute once they cross the line. Matt Kingsbury will be in second, 7.8 seconds behind his brother. Scott Brinson in third. Take that back. Joe Hassard is in third. Joe Hassard, yep. But we're just going to go by what it says here. Scott Brinson in third. William Kirk in fourth. Anthony Lurcock, 5th place. Wally Turheimer, 6th. Mark McFadden, 7th. The first car a lap down. Anthony Kernich in 8th. Kevin O'Brien, 9th. Rounding out the top 10, Paul Cohen. Back up front, Ray Kingsbury leading 63 laps when he crosses the line. Has been just storybook race for him. That he is no stranger to this. Just out here dominating at California tonight. Caution free so far. We've been caution free the whole race, folks. We've had 3 different leaders. Looking at the race summary here. But 6 different lead changes because of pit stops. Been a very, very fast race here tonight. With no cautions that don't take long to get around here. All right, let's run down through the field here real quick. Ray Kingsbury started third, has led, coming to 65 laps, is our leader. Matt Kingsbury started 4th, running in 2nd. I know Joe Hassard's in there. He is running in 3rd, but he started 6th. Because of the way it's all turned about here, it's kind of messed up. Scott Brinson started 5th tonight, running in 3rd. William Kirk started 8th, running in 4th. Anthony Lurcock was our pole sitter, led 3 laps, running in 5th. Wally Turheimer, first car a lap down, started 10th tonight, running in 6th. Mark McFadden started 9th, running in 7th. Anthony Kernich started on the outside of the front row, 2nd place, and running in 8th. Kevin O'Brien started 13th tonight, running in 9th. Paul Cohen started 12th, running in 10th. Nathan Sylvia started 7th, running back here in 11th. Eric Steinmetz After losing his internet, dropping out and coming back, he led 2 laps earlier in the race. Started 11th, running in 12th, but he is about 7 laps down. Chris Voiles started 19th tonight, running in 13th. And from there on back, we've lost Travis Browder and Chris Mulhall. Back up front. Not too many drivers to talk about, not much going on out there, no real racing each other. They're pretty much spread out around the track. It's just a matter of keeping it clean and green the whole way and bringing home the victory here tonight for Ray Kingsbury. You give me a minute, I'm going to see if I can pull up the points here, because I'm kind of curious now to myself here to see who is actually the points leader. Okay, coming into tonight, Ray Kingsbury won last week, and he has 50 points. Second place goes to Scott Brinson. He is 6 points behind coming into tonight. Jonathan Francis, which I did not see him in the race tonight. Actually, I think that car was might have been driven by somebody else. I'm not sure. Anyhow, he is 7 points back. Eric Steinmetz, 9 points behind. Tony Schoen, which did not show up tonight, is 12 points behind. Anthony Kernich, 13 points. Anthony Lurcock, 14 points, tied with Tony Helleman. And I didn't see Tony here tonight. Tyler Stanley in 9th and Wally Terheimer in 10th. That's your points, how they shake out. That was coming into tonight, folks. Ray Kingsbury with a 8.8 second lead over his brother Matt Kingsbury. Hate to say it, but Joe Hassert is closing on Matt Kingsbury. That would be for second place if he can get by Matt. Should be starting to feel that draft off of Matt Kingsbury here, Joe Hassert. And Scott Brinson back here, third place. William Kirk in fourth. Last one on the lead lap, Anthony Lurcock, our pole sitter. Definitely off a pit sequence from the rest of the field. But they'll be looking at one more pit stop, folks, here probably in about the next 10 to 12 laps, I believe. Maybe closer to 15 laps, somewhere along in there, because they got to push it just a little bit further each time. Because it's not perfectly every 30 laps you want to stop, because if you do, you're going to be short on that last pit stop. So they've got to push it a couple extra laps to get... so I'm just kind of wondering if anybody out here is saving fuel, trying to make sure that they're guarantee themselves with one more pit stop. Kind of makes you wonder. It looks like Ray Kingsbury has just got the hammer down. He's not saving a bit of fuel. He's got a 9.1 second lead over his brother, Ray Kingsbury, or Matt Kingsbury, excuse me. And right now we're only at about 42 to go, folks. 42 more laps and this race will be over. Got a couple of them coming down pit road. Let me try to catch up to Chris Voiles coming to pit road. Catch up with him here in just a second. He'll come to his pit stall. This will be his final pit stop. Maybe. I'm not sure. I think he's going to be a little bit short from making it the rest of the way. I don't know. That's just my opinion. That's going to be 40 laps for him. I don't think he can make it 40 laps. But he knows better than I do. He's the driver. Ray Kingsbury still out front. Matt Kingsbury, second place. And he's still got Joe Hassert breathing down his neck, folks. He just cannot shake him at all. Matt's doing a heck of a job, though, staying in second. What he's got to do. I'm looking at it, Matt is actually... He is 16th in points coming into tonight, 27 points behind his brother. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. Now there's a few guys that did not show up tonight. Johnny Smith, Kerry Cleaver, Len McNeese, Michael Palmer, Tyler Stanley, Tony Helleman, and Tony Schoen. So he should be able to pick up quite a few positions out there. Second place would definitely help him out tremendously. And Anthony Kernage, not sure what happened to Anthony, but I'm showing him off of the pace or off the grid. What happened to Anthony Kernage? Hassert closing in. He is actually feeling the draft right now off of Matt Kingsbury, so that's going to be helping him now. If he can just get up there a little closer, you may see him make that bid for second place. And we're about 35 laps from the end of this, folks, but we've still got to see one more pit stop out of most of these guys, or pretty much almost all of them. So we'll keep an eye on who's going to be the first one to come to pit road. Looks like Paul Cohen sitting on pit road. Not sure what's going on with Paul. Off the pace back here, but a top 10 for him. Ray Kingsbury just driving the wheels off of that thing, pulling away from his brother Matt Kingsbury. Has been so dominant out here today. He's led 84 laps. Nobody can match that. Is he going to keep it clean and safe the rest of the race and bring home the win here tonight? That remains to be seen, folks, because we still got lots of laps to go here. Ray Kingsbury. He's still got Joe Hassert right on his tail. He just been, it's like the thing that won't go away. Joe is just hanging right there. Every move that Matt Kingsbury makes, Joe is duplicating, staying right in his wheel tracks all the way around here, trying to use every bit of knowledge that he has to try to catch up to Matt and possibly pass him here for second place. And it looks like Joe is coming to pit road. He's giving up that third place. Getting her slowed down is the ticket. And that's going to put Scott Brinson in third. Joe Hassert making his final pit stop of the night. And looks like some of these other guys are going to be doing it here right directly. I'm trying to keep an eye on the leader here and see when he's going to come to pit road. All these guys will have to make one more stop. And Matt Kingsbury coming to pit road. That puts Scott Brinson in third. William Kirk, or I'm sorry, Scott Brinson in second. William Kirk in third. Matt Kingsbury's final pit stop of the night right here on lap 95, folks. 4 tires full of fuel, and he'll be out of there in roughly 9 seconds. Make that 8.7. These guys are getting some extremely fast pit stops here tonight. And we've got a bunch of them coming to pit road. Somebody's spinning on pit road. William Kirk spins it around. Let's go take a look and see what happened to William here as he was coming in. Just a last minute thing, and it looks like he was coming in there a little bit too fast. Locked him up, and he spins it around. That's going to be very costly for William Kirk. Unsafe pit entry, and that will be a penalty, I'm sure. But Anthony Lurcock now showed as our leader. And Anthony will have to come to pit road one more time here. He's got about a 19-second lead over Ray Kingsbury. We only have 3 guys on the lead lap right now. Going Scott Brinson. Okay, they haven't changed yet. Lurcock coming in. That's going to give the lead up to Ray Kingsbury. Follow along here and see what Lurcock does. I'm sure it's going to be 4 tires. I don't believe he would try the 2-tire thing. That's really not going to make a difference in Indy cars. They can change 4 at the same amount of time they change 2. So 2 tires is not even an option. 4 tires, full of fuel, and he's away. He's going to come out about 5th place. Ray Kingsbury will take over the lead again, and he has about a 6.4 second lead over his brother, Matt Kingsbury, which is a whole lot better than it was earlier. Kevin O'Brien has yet to come to pit road for his final pit stop. He's running in third. Oh, we got a couple that got together. That was Scott Brinson and somebody there. Let me go back and take a look here and see what happened. Caution for the first time on the track here, folks. Scott slows really big time, and it looks like he is coming to pit road or something here, and he gets hit by, that would be William Kirk that hit him. I'm not sure if they miscommunication there or what, but Scott cut right down the hill in front of, oh, that was Nathan Sylvia. Oh my. Holy smokes. Well, first caution of the race, folks. Right there it is. Luckily for resets. Now, this is not what Ray Kingsbury wanted to see. because he had such a huge lead. Now this is going to tighten the field up a lot, folks. Imagine that, first caution of the race on lap 99. That's awesome. Out of 125 laps. Now, have we seen the last caution? That's the question. Are anybody going to pit? We may see a couple of guys come to pit road. We know a couple of guys are. We know Scott's going to come down, and also Nathan Sylvia. They've got to get them cars looked at. Let me see if I can get Ray Kingsbury. I'm not even sure if he's even in TeamSpeak here. There he is. Ray Kingsbury, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, Rudy?
Well, I know you didn't want to see that caution. You'd made your last pit stop, and you had about a 6.5 second lead over your brother Matt there. But things happen out there on the track, and that just put that just made the cheese a lot more binding, didn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is a little annoying because I think I was pretty confident to say that we had that one. I mean, we were 10 seconds ahead going into the pits, and I really babied it to make sure I didn't get a penalty. And I think we lost like 2 seconds because of that, but we're in the lead now. Kirk's behind us. Didn't take tires because we ran 2 laps, and I wasn't really noticing a huge fall-off, so I'm hoping Matt's stuck behind some traffic there, and I don't know, man. Hopefully we can hang on, but we'll see.
Well, it's been a pretty good race. 99 laps, caution-free. That's pretty amazing. Man, I'll tell you what, how's the car feeling out there on the track? I mean, is there a lot of aero push? Because I've seen you pass a lot of cars.
Yeah, you know, I haven't been behind anyone long enough to know if there's a lot of aero push. I know Kirk was saying over the radio there's a lot of aero push, but for me, it's real tight out of 2 and 4. I'm actually lifting into clean air just a little bit to keep the tires on it, so I'd say there is a lot of aero push just based on that, but I don't know. We've had a really good race. We broke away a 3-second lead in that first stint, so disappointing to see it go away, but we're going to do our best here to win it.
Well, I know you'll do it. I got no doubt in my mind, Ray. Your points leader coming into this week, you definitely don't have to fight too hard here to maintain that point lead. So now I'm not sure where you guys are at next week. Do you know?
I think we're at Road America, actually.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I think you're right on that one. So, well, a road course. How much of a clinker is that going to throw in the works here?
Well, I mean, I'll be okay there. I think I'll manage the top 5 at the worst. But Matt, my brother, and Koenig are very fast on the road, so that does worry me. Koenig's got like a 7,000 road eye rating, so he'll probably mop up on us.
Well, and don't forget Mark McFadden. Mark McFadden's pretty dangerous on them road courses, I'm telling you.
I guess we'll find out, huh?
Yes, sir. Well, good luck. Good luck, Ray. Hopefully you get the win here today. That'd be really great, and hopefully we don't see any more cautions.
Yeah, unless I need it, then yeah, bring them out.
Right.
Throw a beer can on the track for me, Rudy.
There you go. All right, I'll do that. All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
Well, let me see if I can get Scott up here. Scott Brinson, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. How you doing?
What happened there, brother? A little miscommunication, pit entry, or what was going on?
No, I got caught speeding on that last stop. I don't know if I'm going to have to serve a black flag or not. It's telling me to drop to the end right now, but I don't know if it's going to tell me if I have to make a green flag stop or not.
Oh, man.
Mine's just not there tonight, Rudy. It's not in it. I hadn't been in it all night. I was doing all right for not being in it, but I made a vital mistake, so it is what it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, good. You were in a good spot right there. But how's the car feeling out there for you tonight? Because I was talking to Ray, and he said that he was getting reports from guys saying that the car had a lot of aero push. Are you experiencing any of that?
Oh, yeah, it's pushing like a dump truck. Feels like an army tank out here. Army tank and sand.
Oh, man. All right, well, good luck, Scott, and hopefully you can finish up there, pick up a few more positions.
Thanks, Rudy, and I want to send out some get well wishes to my buddy Bobby. He had surgery today, Bob, and I hope you're doing all right, man. Hopefully you get to go home soon.
Yes, yeah. Well, my thoughts and prayers have been with him all day, so yes, I'm with you on that one, Scott. Thanks. All right, just a handful of laps to go here, folks. We're going to have about 22 to go, I believe, when we get the green. So, like I said, has the cautions went away? Are we going to see any more? That was just a mistake, which, you know, drivers do make them. And, you know, other than that, it's been a pretty clean race for the whole race. So let's see how it winds up here. Ray Kingsbury and William Kirk on the front row. Joe Hassert in third and Matt Kingsbury fourth. Pace car heads for pit road and Ray Kingsbury on the loud pedal. There he goes. William Kirk trying to duck right down to the bottom and stay in the tracks of Ray Kingsbury. Now takes it back to the top. Drives it in there right on the bottom. Got to protect that position because here comes Joe Hassert. Looking to the inside of William Kirk, and that'll be for second place. Has Ray got a mirror full of Joe Hassert. Oh, they get together. William Kirk going to go up the hill. Good save by Joe Hassert, but boy, that cost William Kirk a lot of positions out there on the track. Well, I guess it didn't cost him that much. It was a good save, though, but just a little bit of a touch from the wheel. He will hang on to third for right now. And here comes Matt Kingsbury around him. Did that give William Kirk any damage on them wheels? And they're coming to the line here. Going to be 20 to go, folks. Ray Kingsbury in the lead. 20 more laps around this circuit here at Auto Club. William Kirk now comes up on Joe Hassert, trying to take that second place back. Joe giving him plenty of room on the bottom. But Joe's going to come right back around on the top, and he gets into the wall. Joe Hassert into the wall. And we have a caution, folks. I did not see what happened there. Man, Scott Brinson on pit road already. That isn't brought the caution out, but let's see what happened here. Eric Steinmetz, maybe? I don't know exactly what happened here. I don't know why the caution come out. I don't know why the caution come out. Oh, right there it is. Matt Kingsbury going around. Okay, we finally found it. Let's go back and see what happened to Matt here. Like these guys were saying, there's a lot of aero push on these cars. Looks like a little check up there, and he goes clear up to the high side to try to miss William Kirk. He got into that outside wall. Lots of damage on Matt's car, but I believe he's still got a reset. So he'll be all right. He's going to be able to come to pit road, get a brand new car, and he'll be all right, I believe. So again, Ray Kingsbury still our leader. That'll put Matt Kingsbury back to 6th place, but he can come to pit road and get a fresh car. Well, one of the guys that I wanted to talk to, let me see if I can get a word in with somebody here. William Kirk, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, William, you're in a position here for a win tonight. Do you got anything for Ray, as he's just on a rail tonight?
I mean, yeah, he's the best out here right now. I don't know. You know, he's a teammate, so we're going to try to maybe get 1-2 here. I don't, probably him in front of me, but that's the goal, honestly, is get the team 1-2. So that's what we're going to go for. Odds are he'll be in front of me, but, he said it doesn't really matter to him where he finishes, first or second, because, it's pretty much the same points, and I got a lot to make up, so it'll just all depend, really, on what happens here.
Well, you got a guy right there in front of you, though, Joe Hassert, and he's no stranger to victory lane, so don't count him out. You got it. That's a tough guy to get around, and you and him have been battling so far. You got together there a little bit coming off of turn 4. Can you tell me what happened?
I don't really know what happened. I don't even remember who was on the inside and who was on the outside. But I don't remember whose fault it was. But it was just arrow push. One of us hit the other, got in the wall. And, it is what it is. But it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, he's one of the best out here. Like I said, me and Ray are going to try to work together and get the best finish, that we can for our team. So hopefully we can get around him and we can leave, but that probably won't happen because he's really good. We'll just wait and see. It's just if me and Ray can break away, I think we'll be good. But I doubt a breakaway is going to happen, especially with Joe here.
All right. Well, good talking to you again, William, and good luck out there tonight. At least maybe you can pull out a podium finish tonight.
Yeah, we came in here hoping for a top 10, so a podium would be cool. Thank you for everything you're doing in the booth, and have a fun night, sir.
All right. Okay. So let's see what Kirk's got for Ray Kingsbury and Joe Hassert. Coming to the line here, this should be a 1 to go right here. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? T. Lee, long time no see. Here, these guys out here trying to burn that fuel off and try to make the cars lighter and faster. That's not a bad strategy. Yeah, I understand, Teely. Landfill of a track. Yeah. Make a good swimming pool if they filled it with water, huh? This one in Iowa. Nah, this ain't too bad of a track. And Ray trying to burn that fuel off. I think we got quite a few guys out there trying to do that. I think Kirk's doing it too. Well, let's see. It looks like it's going to be about a 14-lap shootout here, folks. When they get the green, they should get the 1 to go right here. We have 7 cars on the lead lap. Yeah, Dover. Yeah. 7 cars on the lead lap. Mark McFadden in 7th. First car lap down would be Scott Brinson in 8th place. 1 to go here, folks. 14 laps will decide this. If they can keep it green, we went 99 laps caution free. And like I said, after that first caution, it kind of gets everybody caught back up together and the racing starts getting a lot more intense. And I don't know, but we may not have seen the last caution yet. That's caution number 2. So 99 laps caution free and then have 2 cautions back to back. So, well, we're going to see here. See how these guys go. All right, pace car heads for pit road. And here they go. Green, green, green. And just exactly what they said. William Kirk was going to duck right in there. Right behind his teammate, Ray Kingsbury. Them two going to try to finish 1-2 ahead of Joe Hassert. Joe Hassert, extremely good in these cars. They've got their work cut out for them. And Joe gonna get by William Kirk and goes into second. Wally Terheimer, 4th place. Look at this, folks. What did I say about Wally Terheimer? He is a great, great racer. Now, he has become top shelf material right there, I'm telling you. Matt Kingsbury. Kevin O'Brien, our Aussie buddy, running in the 5th position. Anthony Lurcock, our pole sitter, in 6th. Mark McFadden, 7th. Scott Brinson, 8th place. Let's get back up here to the front because I want to keep an eye on this as they come down to the 10 to go here in the next 2 laps. It's going to get interesting. Follow the leader. Joe Hassert uses a little slingshot move on Ray Kingsbury. Can he pull out the win by doing that coming to the last lap? That's going to be the $1 million question here at Auto Club tonight. Those two continue to battle it up. Right behind them is William Kirk and Matt Kingsbury, and they're in their own little battle here. Matt looking to the inside of William Kirk. And I believe he has that position from William. He's got him at the line. Hassert still trying to catch up to Ray Kingsbury. Ray trying to break that draft, not giving Hassert any momentum to try to make a run on him. Matt Kingsbury does take over the 3rd position from William Kirk, and now he needs to get up there and see if he can get that 2nd place away from Joe Hassert. Great run right there by Matt Kingsbury, and he does take over 2nd from Hassert. Hassert got loose coming out of turn 2. Just the ticket that he needed. Now, on the inside, William Kirk getting by Joe Hassert. Not going to happen, though. Hassert comes back hard on the outside. Kirk to the bottom again. Hassert up high. Kirk having to lift just a little bit. That gives Hassert that upper line. Hassert is fighting him tooth and nail here. Coming down to the closing 7 laps here, folks. Still has not taken that 3rd spot. Kirk's not giving up, though. They're fighting tooth and nail for that position. The whole time they're fighting, Ray Kingsbury is pulling away. Been the leader for 111 laps and doesn't want to give it up now. Coming to the line will be 5 more circuits around here at Auto Club. His brother in tow, 0.8 of a second back. And we've still got a battle back here. Looks like William Kirk does get by Hassert, but Hassert is fighting back. I don't think that battle's done yet because Hassert's going to look for every move he can make to get by William Kirk and uses a draft. There he goes to the outside one more time. That looks like that would be a lot of fun out there. Them guys are having right now, battling like that. Hassert stays way up high against the wall, and he's going to hold on to third for now. That puts Kirk back to fourth. And Kirk does have to give up and fall into the line here, but I don't think that's over yet. I'm going to keep an eye on this. Matt Kingsbury still 3/4 of a second behind his brother, second place. Joe Hassert does take over the third position. And William Kirk falls back to fourth, and he's kind of backed off a little bit here. Now, I don't know if he's trying to cool things off a little bit and maybe make a late race run, or if he's just used up all of his equipment trying to keep up with Hassert. If he's not careful, he's about to lose that position again to Anthony Lurcock. Lurcock was our pole sitter, and he's looking to the outside of William Kirk. That could be the battle here. Kirk takes it to the bottom. Two laps to go, folks. Ray Kingsbury at the line will get the white flag. One more to go. A solid win here for Ray Kingsbury would definitely boost him into points. Matt Kingsbury, second place, is going to pick up a lot of positions out there. A lot of people did not come in tonight or are back in the field. But off of turn 4, right here at Auto Club, congratulations to our winner, Ray Kingsbury, here tonight for Top Fuel Racing. We'll get a chance here to talk to him in just a minute. Looks like Matt Kingsbury will be second, and I believe Joe Hassert. Yes, Joe Hassert in third. But what a run for Ray Kingsbury, leading 117 laps.
On a rail.
Well, man. Ray, tell us your story, buddy. Tell us your story. Congrats on your win here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, I was nervous going into those restarts, like, thought I was over. I took the lead on the first lap because of the drafts. I thought I was going.
Matt, hold on. Sorry. Okay, go ahead, Ray. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was a goner because, how I took the lead on the first lap was the same way I was, setting up to roll out on that last restart, but I had a little bit of an advantage. I had Kirk behind me, and he helped me defend a little bit and push me down the backstretch, which was helpful because got me into the corner ahead of Joe. And then from there, I just pinned it to the white line because we were on low fuel, and I figured hopefully it sticks, and it stuck, and he made it around, and Kirk drove like a madman and came out fourth with a damaged car, so glad he managed that. And fortunately, Scott got caught up in some accidents, but he still got a top 10. He managed an okay points night, and hopefully he's able to do better next week.
All right, well, Auto Club next week, I know I just got done talking to you about that here a few minutes ago, but is that kind of one of them tracks where you're looking forward to it or not?
Well, I like Road America. I'm just not necessarily the best road course racer, but, I think it'll be fun. Road America is probably my favorite road course in the simulation, so.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a toss-up between that and Watkins Glen for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Watkins Glen's fun. I don't like the boot at Watkins Glen though.
I don't either. I get confused and miss my turns. But congratulations on your win tonight, Ray. That's 2 in a row for you. Hopefully you can come back next week and make it a three-peat. So anybody you want to thank tonight, Ray, or give a shout-out to somebody special?
Oh, man. Yeah, Scott is always running the league, doing a good job. You're in the broadcast booth. I'm sure you did a good job. I'm sure it might have been a little boring for you, but, sorry about that.
Oh, was it?
The guys back at the shop clearly put together a good race car because this thing was gone, checked out. As Kirk said, I hope you took your, keys with you when you're checking out because they're going to want them. But, man, happy with how that went. Happy with how the whole race went, really green flag, and I think it proved that Homestead is just a fluke, and it's Homestead. So everybody else, good job out there. It was clean, nice lap traffic. Everybody was respectful. How the league should be.
Very good, very good. Well, go celebrate your win there, and congrats on it. And we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Rudy. You too.
All right. Okay, Matt Kingsbury coming in second tonight. What a run for you, Matt. Congrats on second place. Tell me about your race tonight.
Yeah, just car's a little way too tight. Actually, not a little. I just couldn't find any turn in it, even in clean air. So we got kind of lucky there with the strategy. We crashed ourselves, and we had to come down and get new wing and all that. Just got some tires, and I guess that was just enough to get me back up to second. But Ray was fantastic. I don't know how the heck he drives this car, more specifically this setup, because this is typically a very good racetrack for me. I can usually get around here really fast on the long run, and he flat out outdrove me, period, in short and long runs. Yeah, there wasn't anything I could do. I got everything out of the car I could, so.
Well, this should pick you up a lot in points this week, because there was a few people that did not show up that were ahead of you in points, and a few people finished behind you that were ahead of you in points. So this should be a good point advantage for you to go into next week at Road America. Now, talk about Road America a little bit. Do you like that course, or is that kind of like, from what Ray said, you excel pretty good at the road courses?
Yeah, I'm a pretty decent road racer compared to most. But if Koenig shows up, I don't stand a chance. That guy will walk away with the win easily. Me and Ray might be close. It really depends on how good I am with these new pedals. I've never raced the IndyCar on road with my new Club Sport pedals, so I'm still getting used to them. But if the pedals are good, I'll be good. If the pedals aren't to my liking for road racing, then it's going to be a little bit of a struggle.
Well, a lot of good racing out there tonight, racing around Joe Hassert and William Kirk, and you guys did an absolutely amazing job. Looked like a lot of fun out there. Did you have fun tonight?
Yeah, it was really fun. I just wish we could have been a little closer. I couldn't even, like I said, the setup was good, getting strung out. I like that. Needed a little bit more wing, I think, in the front to help the car turn. It was a little tight.
All right, well, Matt, congrats on second, and anybody you want to thank?
Just the admins, they do a great job. Scott, Stanley, and Lehman did a great job tonight.
All right. Thanks a lot, Matt, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, Joe Hassert, you got a copy?
Yep.
Well, you were right up there in the mix all night long, and definitely one that these guys had to worry about. Tell me about your racing tonight in the Verizon car.
Well, I got held up a little bit at the beginning there. Didn't qualify as well as I had hoped. So let those guys get out to a big lead, and then I was in chase mode the whole race. Scraped the wall and had to use my reset in that second run. Caught that late caution and got up to the front. I don't know, with about 10 to go, I think there was a little bit of a dirty move pulled against me, but I survived and could have dropped back to fifth, but held on to the podium. So I guess from that standpoint, I ended up getting lucky and finishing well.
Well, it looked like a lot of fun. You and William Kirk battling back and forth and back and forth. Now, do you think maybe if you two could have got hooked up together, that did that swap draft, you might have reeled in Ray and Matt and done something with them there, them closing, say, 10, 12 laps?
He's teammates with Ray, so I'm pretty sure he was trying to just get in front of me and block a little bit.
Well, you had fun, though, and a good finish for you, third place, not too bad. You'll take it, I'm sure, going into next week at Road America. Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I took top in another league that I race in, so hopefully I can do the same here. I don't know, there's 3 or 4 guys that will probably take the podium there, and hopefully I'm close behind them, but I'd say I'm in about that second pack of cars on the road course there.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you next week, Joe. And, you know, definitely one of the dominant cars out there, one to keep an eye on, and these guys fear. So, and I watch you every week, and I'll tell you what, you showed a lot of muscle out there tonight. So great job, Joe. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank Overdrive. They actually built me a new car, so I wish you still saw the Verizon car. Should have an Articat scheme, so maybe I get that updated for next week.
I've updated.
It's pretty bad. So thank my dad at Articat for giving me the green light to run that. So hopefully we'll see that next week and debut that for you guys.
Yeah, it's just not updating for me for some reason. I don't know. I think we went through this last week, didn't we?
Nope. Last week I had the Verizon car. It was all good.
Okay.
So you're doing a great job. I appreciate it. Putting on these broadcasts, giving us your time, and Scott giving us his time to run this league.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks a lot, and congrats on third.
Thanks.
All right, folks, let's run down through the results here real quick. Ray Kingsbury coming home the winner here tonight. That's 2 in a row for Ray, winning last week at, Homestead. Matt Kingsbury coming in second. Joe Hassert third. William Kirk fourth. Anthony Lurcock in fifth. That was our pole sitter. Wally Turheimer sixth. Mark McFadden seventh. Kevin O'Brien eighth. Scott Brinson ninth. Nathan Sylvia in 10th. Eric Steinmetz finishing 11th after dropping out, having connection issues. Paul Cohen 12th. Chris Voiles 13th. Anthony Kernich 14th. Travis Browder 15th. And Chris Mulhall starting and parking tonight, finishing in 16th. All right, folks. Well, congratulations again here to our winner, Ray Kingsbury. And we will see you next week back here. But don't forget to tune in tomorrow night for the SMRL Xfinity Winter Series. You'll want to watch that on the iRacing Live portal. We'll be going live at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Time. Till then, folks, stay safe and have a good night.